Who the hell is Craig Spano? Dunn's superior during World War II commended New York Warriors Dr. Angus Mitchell for This seems like a spoiler. This is information I have not learned yet. I don't know who the hell Craig Spano is.
When you're done sightseeing, why don't you drop by La Iguana for a game of pool, and I'll buy you a drink. But I have to warn you, my clientele isn't crazy about furry fellas such as yourself.
What's this doing here? Who's the guy on the right?
Angus Mitchell, our combat medic and a doctor with the New York Warriors.
So what have you found out?
Randall Lee. Apparently in love with our penitentiary system, judging by the frequency of his visits.
I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out! Unfortunately, the police found nothing on the nearby rooftops. Our best shot at finding the killer was gone, so I went back to my previous lead.
It's kind of interesting how this is the title screen. The main menu. Like, the whole game is investigating how this happened. Who put him up there? Anyway, we're back into it. People still suspect Yale, but it's obviously not him. He's not the main mastermind here.
It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates, so my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing.
Whoa. It's on the floor there. Oh, under the tree painting, there's something. Oh, that's clever. I thought we were going to like an actual tree. Oh, there's a playing card on the desk there. Oh, what do we got here? In the folder.
Hello, Smirnoff residence.
You're dead! No, I got you with my lasso!
Can you quiet down, kids?
Dunn got killed for stirring the hornet's nest.
And you confessed your crime!
Kids, please.
He'd been investigating athletes for months, including Helen Moore and Al Stone, among others. Dunn's notes aren't all that clear, and I'm not sure what he was after. But I'd say we're facing a widespread corruption case.
Well, if you're right, that could be some dangerous evidence. Bring it here ASAP.
Sure, but there's something important that I need to finish first.
There's corruption in the sports world. In the world of sports. And Dunn was killed for finding all that out. Just gotta find out who's behind it all.
I wanted to follow a certain lead on my own before Smirnoff had the chance to see anything.
I like how I'm just along for the ride, like the player doesn't know what's going on.
According to his notebook, Dunn had seen Craig Spano at Sam's Diner just 4 days before his death.
Oh. Spano might know something.
Scram, you son of a bitch!
Or what?
Beat it or what?
Well, I can't make up my fucking mind. Either call the cops or beat your ass. Which would you prefer?
It might have been easier to slap the information
Say
out of
no
me,
to bullying.
but I decided to trust in a universal truth. Everyone is guilty of something. You don't know who I am, right?
Don't know and don't care. Come on, spit it out.
Public health inspector.
I'm John H. Blackmore, Public Health Inspector.
Oh, yeah, right. There are some real freaks around here, so I have to be firm, you know? Have you eaten? Dinner's on the house.
I don't want to put my health at risk. After you answer my questions.
After you answer my questions.
Sure, go ahead. Your call. Always at your disposal, Inspector. Ask away.
Fear turned him soft and made him talk. Sure enough, Dunn had been there a few days back with a chimpanzee who matched Spano's description. Apparently, the guy still lived with his father. Dunn said he couldn't stay there a day more. For the time being, he would move into his place.
They were in the war together. The war.
Wait a minute. What does public health services have to do with that shit?
Nothing, I fooled you. He's a friend of mine.
We worked together at the Consumer Protection Office. He came in pretending to be a client, and you insulted him.
Me? Whoa, I barely even talked to him.
Which is even worse.
Left him speechless. And we're just gonna fade to something else. This game has good pacing. The clues allow for a new deduction, but we're still in a cutscene, so you can't look at those yet.
Dunn had taken Spano to his place. I wanted to believe that when Randall Lee broke into the apartment, Spano fled to his former address. But where could that be?
Does like a filter. Does like a low pass, high pass filter. Before Dunn found him, Spano was living with his father. Craig Spano was an orphan who thought baseball was his only family. Harry Bradwick, the father of baseball. At Dunn's apartment, baseball was his only family.
I gotcha.
Lives in Greenwood. Alright. So I guess Spano was like... Was Spano the last person? No.
If the living have rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead.
Was Spano the last person Dunn talked to before he died, or was that Yale? Was the argument... Was the argument between Dunn and Yale before or after Dunn talked with Spano? I need to know the timeline of things. Even so, Spano might know something.
In the mid-19th century,
He was one of the last people Dunn talked
became the resting
to.
place to the city's most distinguished citizens. Thinkers, scientists, writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers, thieves, pimps, and murderers.
What about him?
Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up.
Are we at a cemetery?
Now you know where to go to become somebody in the Big Apple.
Yeah, it is a cemetery. Oh good, I could walk around. Let me check out this notebook. Let me go down to Craig Spano. Dunn's superior during World War II. New York Warrior star after World War II. Thorpe got him ad deals. His real family was baseball. Got bitter, then vanished. Nobody's seen him for the last 3 years. Lives inside Greenwood Cemetery, close to Harry Bradwick's tomb. This is where he lives? Okay, Joe Dunn met Spano at Sam's Diner 4 days before his death. Time of death Sunday. Strong argument with Yale, wanted to cancel fight. Heard Dunn and Yale arguing. Okay, but was the argument between Yale and Dunn on the day of the fight? When was that in relation to the 4 days ago when Dunn and Spano met? When Dunn and Spano were talking? There's a baseball here. It's quiet here. What was that? Oh, is this a baseball one? Yeah.
According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Bradwick's tomb to pay their respects. It's strange that I don't see any. Maybe they're gone with the wind, or somebody claimed them as part of their inheritance.
Jenny Boots. Father of baseball. Oh, I can look around here.
It'd be even better with a skull between the bats.
Yeah, I think so too, Blacksad. That would really put it together. Is there I thought this was a flashlight over here. That's just the insanely bright moon. The moonlight is incredible. Oh, it's a puddle. The floor is just wet here, and it's just really reflecting the moonlight. Gotta find Craig Spano.
Gotta find Gordy Kramer.
Was that... Is that Chinese food?
Still hot.
Yeah, he's in the tree.
If this had been here over 30 minutes, it'd be covered in ants.
He's in the freaking tree. Seemed like there was supposed to be more with this tree.
I've never trusted angels. When they fall,
All hell breaks loose.
all hell breaks loose.
The other chopstick. I'm gonna see him in... Oh, there he is. I got a baseball here. What if I start bouncing the ball around? I've always been a Warriors fan. Ooh, how do I want to start this? Let's ease into it.
I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano.
Found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place.
I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. A glove signed by a great star. I couldn't believe my luck.
Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner.
Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner, close to his gym. Then he took that person to his house, so that he didn't have to live at the cemetery. I would have never guessed the person's identity.
Aha. The cigarette as well.
Marley's are the absolute worst.
I guess that's a trope, that detectives like the bad brand of cigarettes.
Who are you?
John Blacksad, private investigator.
I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Alright, we're gonna get some information.
Your turn.
What was your glove doing at Dunn's place?
What was your glove doing at Dunn's place?
Because Dunn said he was shaking the hornet's nest, that sooner or later they'd come after me, because they wanted to kill me, because he offered me his home, and then vanished. Because I waited for him for 2 days, and then they came to get me. Because I had no time to take my glove when I escaped through the window.
What did he
Oh, they
want
were
from
after
you?
him.
And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time.
Spano got away from Lay? What was that name?
How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance?
Oh. He's also hiding.
He's in hiding, just like you. He also fears for his life. That's why he hired me. That's why he called the FBI. My turn.
I didn't say I was with the FBI. Said I was a private investigator. Didn't I already ask why was your glove there? Why did you meet with Dunn?
Why did you meet with Joe Dunn?
Because he thought that the same guy who wrecked my career was ruining many others. Because he wanted me to tell him who was behind my decline. Because Joe was afraid that the same guy would go after him as well. Our old friend, the surgeon.
The surgeon. Benno blames the surgeon, an old common friend with Dunn. Mitchell, one of the Olympic Five, tried to pass off as Yale's doctor.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn.
Oh, we're getting somewhere. Could be the person behind the entire case.
I want to know why I should trust you.
Because I take my job seriously. Do it for our friend Dunn.
Do it for Joe Dunn, our common friend. It's my turn.
Appeal to Spano's empathy.
That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey!
Wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to catch the ball.
Hey, that toss was...
And he's vanished. That fake lizard doctor
Both
could
my
be the
ear and my
mastermind.
self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise, or how well he hid, I would find him.
So, what you're saying is, one, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes.
Yeah, apparently.
Two, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
O'Leary is definitely benefiting from the corruption. He can always win the bets. If all the sports are corrupted, every game would be rigged, right? He runs a gambling business. Everything points to him.
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him.
So Mitchell is behind the corruption.
Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you.
It's all adding up.
But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spanow. Do you really trust him?
He's telling the truth or he spoke the truth? What is the difference there?
I think everything he said was true. It adds up and confirms everything I've found so far.
4. No, 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Spano to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Spano didn't kill him. It's not the...
Nah, it doesn't add up.
Why not?
Just a hunch.
Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff that even though you're sure Yale is innocent, you think he's hiding something. But what about O'Leary? 6.
What about O'Leary? Let's deduce something about him. O'Leary personally kills anyone who threatens his family or business. Someone ordered Randall to commit those murders.
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to kill Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman.
That's not his
He would
style.
have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
We're going through our suspects. Cassidy acts recklessly, by impulse. Dunn's murder had it carefully planned out.
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through, so he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, you're right. Mitchell is the one pulling the string.
Wow. So even though Mitchell set it up to make it look like Dunn hanged himself, he knew we would see right through that, and he still had a backup plan. He had 2 steps of a plan there. If they didn't think it's suicide, then Yale is the suspect. It's framed in a way. This game's story and mystery is so interesting when you get past the jankiness of the gameplay. I'm just thinking about the structure of the game, how we've gone from scene to scene to scene. It does kind of have that feeling of, and then this happened, and then this happens, and then this happens. It just goes, it just goes and goes. But near the end, it kind of ties it all together.
And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
I didn't know Mitchell at the beginning.
That could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
That's definitely what this
You
is.
mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige.
Oh, okay, it just cut there.
Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first?
Oh, okay. Playing as
Here's
weekly
one for
now.
Helen.
Are the rumors about you and O'Leary true?
What can you say about the rumors that claim you were in a relationship with Desmond O'Leary?
Oh, honey. It would be such a shame to mention that shady character in your article, wouldn't it?
Well, why?
I'm sure your newspaper would hate to fire someone as talented as you.
Oh. Okay. Okay, now. Here's a question for Al.
Any thoughts on your upcoming fight with Yale?
In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Yeah, sure.
My Al is going to kick that thug's behind. Isn't that so, honey?
Yeah, well, we'll see. No such thing as a weak rival.
Nonsense. You are and will be world champion. Next question.
Moving on.
Ask both.
Here's one for both of you.
How about marriage and children? How did you two meet?
How did you meet?
At the party organized by
Al, who threw the party doesn't matter one bit.
Desmond
What
set them
matters
up.
is that I saw you and you saw me. Our paths crossed and our lives were changed forever.
Now what?
I'll take a picture.
Time for a picture.
How should we pose?
Tennis versus boxing.
Show me your weapons. The fist against the racket.
Yeah, I would know how to frame the image. Okay. Oh. It has to be a specific shot there.
That's it. Perfect. Okay, one more question, and...
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've gotta go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
Yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was. All right, so where were we? Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention. There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed.
What was that caption? What was the caption about?
Let's get that picture taken.
I'm a bleep. Raise your head in one arm.
Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
Here we go. Ooh.
What's with me today? Don't move, please.
Got a picture. Let me just...
Now we got it. Should we keep at it? In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor,
We
but
already asked
there's
this
no
question.
such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
I'm going to take one more, all right? Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again.
That's a
I
lizard.
can't seem to get it right. Don't move.
That's totally Mitchell.
It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Oh, he's so involved.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse? Or putting it in? I think she only smokes when she's nervous. What was making her nervous? How the hell did you make them pose like that? They're lovers, not sworn enemies.
I don't know. I was focused on my detective skills.
How did he do it? Do I have to look at all these?
You know, I thought he'd be cocky, but he didn't seem too convinced about beating Yale.
It makes sense. O'Leary's rigged the fight. Stone has to lose.
Oh, does he know it's rigged too? Oh, there's more. Let's go. That's him. That's the guy.
Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously?
We got his ass.
We got him.
Not yet.
The La Iguana.
I've seen that matchbox before.
Focus, Blacksad. We need to figure out how to find that Mitchell guy.
We know where to go next.
Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Yeah, we're on the same page here, Weekly. Why does it tell me that and then go into a cutscene? Can't even look at the clues, bro. Can't make a deduction in a cutscene. Let's check out this La Iguana place. Igornia.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out.
What do you mean by that?
Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive.
Oh, it's a stakeout? Are we expecting someone to get in there?
People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out.
Oh, we're waiting for the bar to close? Let's head in there.
I had no choice.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Still gotta keep up the Texan accent.
Good bourbon.
I was waiting till the bar was empty to come in here.
Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy, but his joint was used as a gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to?
I'll come clean.
Blackmore. John H. Blackmore.
I knew it. Although your Texan isn't half bad.
Let's just say I represent certain sports lobbies I'd rather not talk about.
I understand. My pleasure, Mr. Blackmore.
I took a calculated risk. Alright.
You're natural. You're even better at pool than poker.
This is much easier. No one can cheat.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
That was crazy.
What do you want me to say?
I would have done it myself.
If Cassidy hadn't ordered his barber to kill that man, I would have done it myself. Some people just don't deserve to live.
I've made my contempt clear. Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I just don't understand your motives.
Desmond O'Leary is our enemy.
The truth is, I represent certain interests which make Desmond O'Leary my enemy. If you know anything about their rivalry, I rest my case.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me?
This guy seems chill.
What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
Do you know a Mitchell?
I'm looking for one of your regulars, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
The cops are on his tail, and I wanted to warn him? Sure.
The cops are on his tail. I just want to warn him.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have
he
to
doesn't
talk
trust
to
me.
him, or else.
Or else what?
I got friends you don't want to meet. I'll tell Cassidy you work for O'Leary.
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role his poker buddy plays in O'Leary's gambling operation. I'm sure you understand that.
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and
Oh, that
I'll
worked.
give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message.
Blacksad stands on business.
But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else.
Hey, yo,
It's
Mitchell.
boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop. Like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive,
Ooh.
and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out.
Oh, that's so good. We're gonna tail
With a
him.
bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand.
We're gonna freaking get this guy, dude.
Now all I had to do was follow him.
And since this isn't LA Noire, we don't drive the car. Is this where I think it is? Is this his base of operations? It's always at some pier. It's always at like a boat dock place where there's a warehouse. It's always where cargo is. It's always some cargo warehouse location. That's where it always like ends up. This is where he goes to corrupt sports? All of sports? Oh, there is a horse. The Hell Horse. Ales horses. Horse standing guard at the warehouse is armed.
He went in without it. I wonder what's in it.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Gil has orders to kill me. The horse's name is Gil? What about there?
Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
I got over there. That's funny. Well, damn. Okay, now I can make deductions here. 2 thugs tried to scare me into leaving the case. Or standing guard is armed.
Of course, he's Randall Lee's partner. I should be careful. When they gave me a beating, I could see he was kinda trigger happy.
Warehouse guard trigger happy. Mitchell the surgeon, person behind the entire case. Who was the guy passing as Yale's doctor? Oh, one of Dunn's brother-in-arm tried to pass as Yale's doctor. Who's the guy passing as Yale's doctor? One of Dunn's brothers-in-arms tried to pass. I don't... There's a connection there. Come on. Come on with that. Oh, it's... During the war, Dunn and his pals were known as the Five. Who's the guy passing as Yale's doctor?
Mitchell, who fought with Dunn during the war, tried to pass as Yale's doctor.
Wouldn't any combination of those 4 have worked with that? Why was it those 2? Like, all 4 of those were kind of pointing to the same thing. I've got a long way to walk here. With the power of editing, I can speed up the walking. Not having a run button in your video game
is a failure of the game designer.
Criminal offense. You can't... you can't not have that. Is that a forklift? Is that a forklift? It's R2 and L2. Oh. Well, this is better. I got me a forklift.
When you want to be silent, noise can be your best ally.
Well, I can use that as a distraction. Hey, Gil, look at me.
Smells like liberty and oil spills.
Hey, Gil, look at me.
One feisty cat.
Okay, I thought that would be funnier, but that was just... He just leans over. That one wasn't as spastic. Do I run into the door with this?
When you want to be silent, noise can be your best ally.
I don't know what you... What do you want me to do with that information? I can't get off the forklift, so I gotta do something. I'll use the forklift to get on the roof. We're gonna break into this building and the video will be over. Ooh, this might be a funny death if I fail this. This might be a good one. Pounce! Get him. Okay, that one wasn't as good. It was only funny the first 5 times. And then the... Okay, stop it. Oh, and then shimmy over here. Perhaps I can climb the ladder. The ladder. Oh, good. There we can go in through the sky roof. The skylight in the roof.
I did mess up a guy's face with an extinguisher once, but this kind is too heavy for my current needs.
Ooh, I can pounce on him with a shield. That ought to do it. Yeah! that was good. The failed gun attempt as he gets flattened. I think I'll just mosey on in here. Gotta hide the body. What? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Greg Spano. He gets around. So many questions. Well, we get to find out what sick stuff is going on in here. Who do we interrogate him? Nope, we just keep him tied up here. In the truck. That ought to do it. I got this whole warehouse to explore and uncover.
What does this place have to hide?
Beat someone up for once. I got the jump on them. Okay. Alright, now that we're inside the Mastermind's lair, I'm gonna save that for the next video. If I remember correctly how much of the game is left from this point, I think there's 2 episodes left. So that'll be fun. Alright, we'll investigate the warehouse next time on Blacksad Under the Skin. See you next time. Bye-bye. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and sucrose. Like, comment, and subscribe.